I am searching here emails I received from Community Health Center, or in Serbian Dom Zdravlja, from Smederevo, Serbia, or in Smederevo, Serbia. So I got only one, which also contains my email. So this is forwarded to my brother. Okay, so this is for head of emergency hospital, which is part of Community Health Center. What's this? Okay. So this is something they requested. So these are details on my father IDs, late father IDs. So this here's his certificate of that. This is some something related to 6th of January. Yeah. So this is something related to my grandfather's murdered so both my father and grandfather are murdered. So this monster murdered them, this degenerate, and this is her sister who gave guarantees for her. Both of them have major psych issues. So I sent here some additional information to Community Health Center, or more precisely to head of emergency hospital that health center. So this was related to, again, my grandfather's request for my grandfather's autopsy to chief prosecutor of higher instance prosecution of Smederevo. I managed to get them on get that on my own. Yeah, I said this is my father's death certificate, and these are IDs for people they requested, hospital requested. So Community Health Center confirmed just here that they received my email, and my email was about yeah, these attachments were something that I noted here about those attachments. Yeah, so I asked some questions. Why doctors didn't examine credibility of monster? I called her at that time stepmother, but she's not anymore because I proved she blackmailed my father to marry her. Prosecution keeps that crime report on that in their drawer, but this doesn't solve anything. Another second question: why a lot of stuff are omitted from reports of emergency hospital regarding my father, because he was not taken to. Actually, he stayed at neurology unit of General Hospital in Smederevo, and he was also in that emergency center for some urgent cases. So I need all third. I asked them for all scanned reports about my father, my grandfather, and my grandmother, because doctors doctor from that emergency hospital, you will see who is that guy, finished off my grandmother, that's her, and other doctors from other hospital or units finished off my father, and doctors from Belgrade finished off my grandfather. I showed this is about my grandfather, and this is about my father, actually part of related to health inspector, about doctors finishing off my father in extended care, I think, unit of I think this is correct name, of General Hospital SVETLANA of Smederevo. So I asked about some specific reports. So I also asked for my grandfather's when he fell. So I asked for that report. You will see that what they sent me, which was really shocking for me. But then I found an article about that head of that emergency hospital, and everything was crystal clear to me who are those people. So why my grandfather was in coma, waiting for 5 years to be transported to Belgrade. I don't know if that was them or neurology, so they never answered. Actually they answered, but you will see what was their answer. And why doctor of ER hospital figured out that there is no need to call police to record everything regarding my grandfather's fall. So it turned out that monster who I just showed probably pushed him, because she admitted he fell. My grandfather fell before midnight, and before that she claimed that he fell. She found him around 7:30 a.m. and she didn't know when he fell. So she admitted that regarding my grandfather's fall before midnight, after I let acting judge in my father's inheritance proceedings. My father inherited my grandfather's property, and this monster inherited illegally my father's property, third of it. So I let Judge Dejan Adamovic, you can see who he is if you type here, and you will see everything about his brutal frauds he committed. But I needed to let him do it, because after that the monster who murdered my family was sure that everything is over, I cannot do anything about it, and she admitted everything. Although I moved the case of monstrous murders of my family to international domain. You can see this if you type Interpol, and everything will be again crystal clear. So she admitted everything, but of course prosecution and courts and police won't act, because her closest family is related to high profile criminals, not just in Serbia but in the region again. So so some other things regarding my grandfather's fall. The walls were like painted with blood. Because that means he was there for at least 5 hours. Actually he was there for, according to that monster's statement, when he admitted that that my grandfather fell before midnight. So he was there for around 8 hours. So 8 hours, 80 years old man with dementia, she pushed him and left him there to suffer for 8 hours. So I have a video, recent video, showing how strong this monster is. It should be somewhere here. Or I should just type strong, like strong enough. Yeah, there it is. So I don't need this anymore. So that was regarding my father and grandfather. For my grandmother, so doctor, I think that was the same doctor as for my grandfather. She said that was in 2011. Both my grandparents and my father were poisoned, one by one, for years. And doctors said that her organs are stop functioning, and instead of taking her to hospital to provide at least some help to her for these last hours, as he claimed, she basically died of she was basically starved, because she was in coma, and instead of taking her to hospital, that doctor just gave her a single IV package, and that was it. She basically died of starvation. She was in coma right a day after I visited her, and I promised that I will take her to a blood analysis, which this monster who murdered her overheard. And I asked detailed CV of that doctor of emergency hospital. I never received that, of course. I'm also interested why my grandmother could not be transferred to hospital to give to receive regular IV. Yeah, and this again is about starvation. So she didn't. I stated here she didn't eat for 2 days, but it's probably more than that. So this is now again regarding my grandfather, and this is something related to that monster who murdered my family. She was supposedly taking care of them, but my grandfather was in other building where I'm now, and he ran away. He had dementia at that time. He ran away, and bus hit him like 4 kilometers from my home, or 3 to 4 kilometers. Bus hit him, and he fell and had a severe head injury. And I still didn't get that scan, because one of the doctors, and they later said they didn't say it. One of the doctors said that to my father that his head was he had severe head injury, which I need to check out this. Should be healed. Okay. The wound healed. sort of a rupture on his head, which was another proof that this monster didn't take care of him. And I proved that he was visiting yeah, this is my father's wound when he left him alone. So she did that monster who murdered my family, because she has a severe form of depression and needs to take heavy medicines, and also to visit doctors, sorry, not doctors, people all the time. So this video proves that she is regularly visiting people for at least hour to hour and a half, so at least that time every day. And this is why intelligence told her to move one of the camera, so that I cannot see where she's going and for how long. So that was about that. So I asked about that scan, they never answered. So he had fracture before he fell in 29th of September 2015. A year before that he has a head fracture which healed. And these are here the attachments. These are the emails to her instance prosecution, to the hospital, clinical center. I just create a video on them. Or clinic center, this one, here's the video. Social service or social workers, just a second, something is happening here. Okay. So a lot of directories which are in so this is that request for DA autopsy. So my CV, papers I published, personal information on my grandparents and my father, and that monster who murdered my family. This was at that time I didn't know what was the hospital where my grandfather died in Belgrade. It was urgent center for urgent cases of a clinical center of Serbia. And these are pictures where my grandfather fell in house where I live now, of the hole where he fell. And these I didn't finish this, so all these documents, the G drive folders can be now found in the in description of the following video. So this one, description of that video contains link to folder final 2. Okay, so that would be it. This is that picture about the hospital. I explained what's this. Again, they just confirmed they received this. And did I do the opposite way? It's only that one email. And let's see, their lawyer legal office. So legal office of community health center. Wow, I sent them a lot, but again, these are just, I just forwarded. I just forwarded this. Yeah, this is nothing. This is also just forwarded, so nothing. So in general, this is the only email I answered. So their legal office sent me, and I'm going to do the other way around. So this is the only one. They sent me their answer, which is unbelievable. One of the most outrageous things I ever noticed. So as you can see, they never answered afterwards. One more time from them. There is only one. And from their there's community health center, only one email. So let's see what they sent, and then my response, and that would be it. But before that, or no, actually after that, doesn't make sense that I do this before. It doesn't make sense that I showed their pictures, the one who are in charge, before I showed this. So this is the response. There again, legal office of that hospital. So this is report of emergency hospital. They didn't, there's no name here. Name is mandatory. Name probably head of that legal office. So this is their answer. Something, probably one of the most outrageous things I ever saw. So what it says here: to director of community health center, Dr. SVETLANA Jovanovic, report on my request. This is the number. So I asked reports for 3 people. They didn't say, okay, which were examined in the emergency hospital of that health community center in Smederevo. There should be a memorandum here on the left. Actually, there is here something like seal, 4th of March 2019. So it says here Republic of Serbia, Community Health Center Smederevo, and so on and so on. Number 125/3. What's this 3? Never mind. It's 125/19, whatever. So my grandmother, born and so on and so on, examined on, this is when she died, 2nd of November 2011. So home visit. I don't know what this means. She was okay. I need to check out this. Should be admitted. Yeah, admitted. Admitted. I don't know what this means. Admitted, but it was when it was a home visit. It was a patient who had cerebrovascular insult. Okay, maybe this. Oh, come on, come on, come on. And let it show. Stroke. Wow, come on. So she had stroke or cerebrovascular accident. So so she made a mistake here. Should be cerebrovascular, not insult but incident. But I mean, she was close, right? Accident. I was also not close as well. So cerebrovascular incident. Accident. Oh, come on. So let's see how to how this thing will be translated to Serbian. Okay.
Cerebrovascular accident.
Cerebrovascular accident. Okay. So, she was in coma. She was given therapy. They didn't say what, didn't state here what therapy, and examination was done by Dr. Radiša Mihailovic, specialist of urgent medicine. I don't know if this can be translated. Emergency medicine. Okay. I don't know if that exists, and I don't care. Okay. Then about my grandfather, year of birth. So this is in chronological order, I guess. Home visit. 29th of September 2015, when he was pushed by this monster. Wow, I didn't know this. I don't remember this. So I thought she said she found him in 7:30. So it says that ambulance was called in 9. It was 9:27 a.m. when ambulance was called, and he was examined in 9:55. it was head injury. He was transferred to emergency block, Smederevo. Didn't say which hospital. Was it general hospital or community health center? So he was transferred there for further diagnostic and treatment. He was again the same doctor. He was examined by the same doctor, specialist of emergency medicine, Zdravlja Mihailovic. And then about my father, this should be December, yeah, December. He died a week after this. So my father, year of birth, he was examined in the emergency hospital of that community health center on 21st of December 2018, 6:50 p.m. after collapsing, and then she was moved to emergency block, Smederevo, whatever that means. I need to check out this on the net for further diagnostic and treatment. This is doctor who examined him, Jovica Filipovic. So that was basically it. I need to check out this urgentno prijemni block. I don't see that here. Yeah. I guess that doesn't exist anymore. Well, actually, this is 2023. So, where is the... Okay, I need to...
Forma ideale. Vreme je za idealne popuste.
Okay, so this would not work, but here it is, that block, emergency block. It's mentioned here. So now I need to show who are those doctors. So this was 4th of March 2019. So these doctors, again, Director of Community Health Center, SVETLANA Jovanovic, and the other one is head of emergency hospital of that health center, JASMINA Maksimovic. So I'm going to show, so this is the director.
U ime Doma zdravlja, posebno u ime Hitne pomoći.
So that's her, Zdravlja Jovanovic-MIHIC. Although I think it says here Mihic Jovanovic, yeah, Mihic Jovanovic, whatever. So that's her, and at 3:36 there is a director, head of the Jasmina Maksimovic. So head of the emergency hospital, and I don't need this anymore. So this is, well, actually I need this for the thumbnail. What was this? 304, yeah, something like that. So I need this for thumbnail, and something really shocking. Oh yeah, one more thing, I haven't shown my response. So regarding their answer from 6th of March, yeah, so they sent me on 6th of March 2019. So why they I asked them why they sent me only brief description of those reports. I needed detailed reports. Why they didn't send information that I asked, only some of them that suits them, especially info on why their colleague, that Dr. Mihailovic, thought that I made a mistake. Yeah, actually it's not a mistake. Why doctor thought that there should be no police called for to record, to photograph, to take notes on my grandfather's fall. Is it standard practice that doctor, woman who is dying, my grandmother, whose organs are stop functioning, were stopping. Okay, I need to check out this. To fail, organ started to fail. Okay, but whatever. To left her to die in pain, instead to take her in hospital and make at least those last hours easier for her. They never answered as I showed. And I again asked them for their detailed CV. They never sent. And so on and so on. I said I will report everything to Interpol, which I did, but of course Interpol ignored me. Because they're protecting those criminals who are doing dirty works for government. And that government is doing everything. They're slaves, they're doing everything. They're Western and Western European masters are everything they tell them to do. So so I said that cover up leads to the top of Ministry of Interior, which was correct. So I said that it's better they send that info to me than to Interpol. And some really not relevant information regarding their colleagues. Well, not relevant now, regarding their colleagues from other hospital, General Hospital Smederevo, also the same city. So if they send me this, I will sue or report only their colleague Mihailovic, the doctor, emergency doctor. This is something not really important. Okay, so that was it. And the last thing I wanted to show is I will put this in the description of the video. So this is something that happened on wow, 14th of June 2014, and well, it was right after midnight, if I can see correctly. So right after midnight, 5 minutes after midnight. So there was a car accident in a place named Grocka, which is near Smederevo, but it's not their responsibility. However, when I say they, I mean emergency hospital Smederevo. However, they were closer than other emergency hospital, but they refused to transport baby who was trapped in car. So again, it was car accident. So they refused to come. I mean, unbelievable. So they said they are not in charge for that territory. Okay, I need to translate this. So, I mean, I can translate it on fly, but it's better this way. So, emergency service or emergency hospital or ambulance from Smederevo refused to come to the scene of collision between two cars yesterday, although a 3-month-old baby remained trapped in the car while 3 people were seriously injured. So these are those monsters. Doctors refused to go to the scene of accident because they are not responsible for that territory. So people who were injured needed to wait for DA emergency from Grocka, who were so the distance between them and the DA, so the distances were way larger, if I can put it that way, than the distance between Smederevo and the place of accident. Or I can simply translate it and to see if something needs to be. So doctors refused to come under the pretext that they were not responsible for the territory where the accident happened. So the crash participants had to wait for the team from Grocka. This is I think city near Smederevo and Belgrade, which was further away from the accident site. So the accident happened on the boundary between Grocka and Smederevo areas. Let's see what Google say. Smederevo road, very border. What I said, boundary, yeah, border, of course, between the municipalities of Grocka and Smederevo, and this is a description of the accident. So the people who were there said because Smederevo is way closer, they called Smederevo, but they refused to. Although they said that it is a major accident. One woman is half conscious and the baby is trapped. they still didn't want to come there. And this is, I need to translate this. I mean, to show it in the Google Translate, and to fix if something need to be fixed. So on the other hand, the head of the Smederevo Emergency Service, Jasmina Maksimovic, so that was her, that's her. So head of the Smederevo Emergency Service says that they did not come to take care of the injured because the traffic was not massive, was not massive. No, this is wrong. Because the accident was not massive. It was not, there were, she wanted to say there were not too many people injured. Okay, so, and the last thing, it's her actual statement. So these were the people who are, these are the people, or these, I mean, I think that Maksimovic is still the head of this. I can check it out right away. So this is again another article. So a lot of people wrote about that. This. It was also on Facebook. So let's see if I can find it here. So it says here Jasna Maksimovic. I don't know if that's her. She is using different name. So this should be. So this is emergency. Emergency service. I don't know if this is wrong or not, but it's a different name. Although Jasna can be a short of, well, actually it's not a short of Jasmina. So anyways, I cannot tell if she's still there. Actually it doesn't matter, she was there when I asked for these pieces of information. So the accident happened, so this is her statement, outside the territory of Smederevo, which we do not cover, given that it was not an accident in which many were injured. Yeah, there was no need to go to the field, regardless of the fact that the baby was also involved in the collision, Maksimovic told the Daily. For this daily newspaper. And I really don't know what to say. Really don't know what to say. Amazing. So again, Jasmina Maksimovic. So these are real monsters. And when I read this recently, I recently read this in like month or two ago, I figured out who are these monsters. So it was not strange that they answered in this manner. So I asked them on detailed information. They sent me just 2 sentences to hide. I mean, they admitted that they are guilty by doing this I don't know if they are aware of that or their legal office. So that was regarding emergency service, which is part of the Community Health Center of Smederevo, Serbia. I think I covered everything. If not, every time I miss something, if I miss it, I add it into the description, like this one. So just to show the general note. So this is something I forgot to add, and I added it in at the beginning of the description. So that would be all regarding those two doctors.